negative town that went viral, where you speak negative things and poison into the air and hope that those become true someday. So no, and you've done that earlier here on this program.
Not on the program.
Well, not on the program, pre-program.
And by the way, in the eyes of many, probably be viewed as a positive.
None, zero people.
To many, apparently, last night, many.
Zero.
Many were told.
Not a single.
You said it yourself. Many were told.
Not a single.
That's what you said.
No, I didn't say that, actually.
That's what you read.
Not a single. No. Stop it. You stop it right now.
We have Perrion Winfrey coming in here.
Yeah,
shortly.
That's exciting.
That's going to be fun.
We got Perrion coming up. We have got, we had Browns Live Meet the Rookies last night, which was a blast. I know you loved it. Thank you for the feedback.
I had my DVR set for 7.
His hearings
I
at
had it set for an hour.
His hearings at Grandpa level.
I had it 7 to 8.
Yeah.
That's when I had it
He
set.
missed that. That was a great one. That was a zing for you.
What? I heard you. What are you talking about?
If you heard it, why would you ask what we were talking about? That's a kind of exactly counter.
No, like Meet the Rookies. Like, I don't know. Did I miss the joke?
You missed it. Yeah, you did. Exactly.
Yes,
you did miss the joke.
You did.
But first of all, Gibbe.
Miss a day, miss a lot.
Gibbe. Well, yeah, and you did yesterday.
I missed Browns Live. I got to go back and DVR it.
Gibbe. Well, it is on YouTube. I've tweeted the link out many times. People are watching it. People have very much been enjoying it, which is always great to see. But Gibbe, what I want to do right now is just turn the floor to you because you have a major announcement.
I don't have a major announcement.
Grandpa's got a major announcement.
Yes. Congratulations to my daughter, Marissa, her husband, Jeremy. New baby boy this morning at 5 a.m.
A bouncing baby boy.
Baby boy. Give us the name.
Did they name him Gibbe?
I hope.
Finley. He will go by Finn.
Finn?
It's fine. I like it.
McMissile? Is that his middle name?
I like Fan.
So, mom and baby are healthy. Everybody's good.
Good.
My wife, I think, is home finally. She's been with them for my daughter went into labor in the middle of our prom grand march Saturday night.
Gosh, it's a long labor.
It's long.
Yes.
God bless her.
It has been a long process. So luckily the baby held out, and baby boy as well. Everybody's doing good.
I cannot believe that we missed the opportunity to name him Gibbe.
That's the middle name, yeah?
No, it is not.
Why?
What do you mean?
Gibbeh. Gibbe.
Gibbe?
Or Gibbe.
Or you go with an A-Y?
A-Y. G-I-B-B-A-Y.
I think that's a
Finlay
terrible idea.
Gibbe.
Sold.
In.
Very, very happy
and
for them.
And he could be FG for short.
Very proud of her because she went through some things, I think, in the last 4 days. At one point, I checked in with my wife yesterday. I go, how's it going? She's like, well, I can tell you right now, this will probably be the only grandchild coming from this one.
Oh, boy.
She's like, I'm done.
I'm
not doing this again.
That's it.
Yeah, we're not doing this again. Hope everybody enjoyed it. I have not.
There you go.
Well, dude.
But I'm sure it was all worth it this morning at 5 a.m.
Yes, for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
These will pass.
It'll make you rethink it.
Yeah, you're gonna you'll be safe.
You're the first one of my good friends to become a grandpa, though. That's
Great.
exciting.
Thank you.
He's thrilled about it.
Yeah, Grandpa.
I don't.
He is, but also
yes,
Gramps is going to be
I'm very excited.
I do look forward to, at least for the couple months, a steady diet of going, hey, Gramps, you paying attention?
Yeah. As I said, he's
I
already
was
got
in
Grandpa
the middle
listening
of tweeting
earlier.
out what was coming up on the show.
Gramps.
Yeah, because that couldn't have happened before 1 o'clock.
I was molding young minds here. Braden's going to run the board after Perrion's interview.
You were molding.
I'm turning over the board.
Oh my God! How panicky were you yesterday when we had the hollow mic on me on the interview?
I knew exactly what the problem was.
You knew exactly what was going on.
I called
Connor with a K.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, "What are you doing?
What have you done? What have you done to my board?
This board sucks. We're going to get a new board. We actually have it already. I just have to install it. Which
you're installing it?
Of course. Because who else?
That feels like Drew.
I
can't ask Drew to install a radio board. Drew is the maestro of a lot of things.
Of everything.
Like
it's all wires.
He's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Look.
Look at that. Look behind there.
Just a clean mess.
It's like spaghetti.
It is like spaghetti.
Good Lord. It's a CBD mailbag day. Tweet us your questions at Browns_daily. Use the hashtag AskCBD. We'll get to as many as we can around 1:30 today. The PGA Championship is underway.
I don't even know what's going on with it.
Well, Jimbo Fisher took over my day. I mean, I know we have it later. Thank God, because it's the most entertaining thing you're going to hear all day today.
It's unbelievable. I can't wait.
We have Perrion Winfrey on, and the Fisher stuff, even that
Yep.
It's so bat blank crazy.
I can't wait for you to
what's transpired in the Southeastern Conference in the last 12
I can't
hours.
wait for you to break this all down for me.
It's amazing.
I've seen like highlights and clips, but
wait till you
I don't know
hear
the full backstory.
When you hear it, it just defies all logic.
Oh, man.
It's stunning.
Field Yates had the best tweet of the day so far that I've seen. He's like, schedule update. They'll play this Saturday at 3:30. Like, let's go.
So they've done a tremendous job, right, of creating a lot of hype. That's what it sounds like to me.
But normally everybody in the SEC, it's all about living in harmony, and we root for each other, and we want the SEC to be successful. This
ain't that.
He's gone and nuked the entire SEC.
Saban took direct shots. Fisher responded back. It feels to me a little like a knife in a gunfight situation, but it may more appropriately be a spoon in a gunfight situation. Jimbo Fisher holds a spoon.
Yeah.
But he wielded it today.
Jimbo, you actually got to beat him.
He really did.
To be the best, you got to beat the best.
So he is the only assistant of Saban's to beat him. So he does have that going for him, which is nice. Get your mailbag questions in. I mentioned that PGA Championship underway. Rory was leading last I saw, but I haven't checked in about 45 minutes to an hour. John Daly got off to a nice start and looks spectacular.
I love it.
Tiger, pretty predictable. Gets off to a decent start. I mean, as soon as I saw him walking down the first fairway with using his 3-wood as a cane, I knew we were in trouble. But he was literally using it to prop himself up the entire walk down. And the ESPN cameras got close. He was like, give me a minute. Let me breathe, man. I'm 46 years old. Do you have to be on me all the time?
I know.
And the answer is yes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
McIlroy 5 under through 13. Burmeister, Zalatoris at -3. There's someone else at -3 too.
Daly was at 2 at one point and kind of around. Pop quiz. When is the last time the state of Ohio hosted a major, and where did it host it?
PGA Tour major or senior any tour?
No, PGA.
PGA.
There is only one. I don't think the others count.
Okay.
I know, like Scioto in 18 was the U.S. Open, senior U.S. Open. But PGA Tour, guys in their prime.
Canterbury?
Last major.
No. Canterbury.
What year and what
It
course?
could be Canterbury, because Hogan, there was a major at Canterbury.
Yeah,
there was. Canterbury's hosted
grandfather
majors for sure. Yep.
So none of those.
Not Canterbury.
Not Muirfield.
Never.
So no, I don't know.
1993. You're near your old stomping grounds, Inverness.
Oh,
sure.
Inverness in '93. Paul Azinger won it. So it's been nearly 30 years since Ohio has hosted a major. We haven't hosted a U.S. Open since like 1950.
Now, if Jack would give
up
the
no,
Memorial,
that was a U.S. Open. That was Scioto hosted in 1950. The Columbus area, which has 4 of the top 100 courses in the world, last hosted a major in 1964 at Columbus Country Club.
Why?
I mean, Columbus has got 4 in the top 100. We have several good ones up here. Inverness is great. Camargo Club down in Cincinnati is great. Firestone, and nothing. How's that possible?
It doesn't seem like it should be possible.
It's not right. That's for sure.
No, it's not. It's definitely not right.
Is the problem the Memorial?
So Jack could get it at Muirfield.
Yes.
He could absolutely host it at Muirfield. It's perfectly set up for it. He does not want to skip 1 year of the Memorial Tournament. And he would have to in order to do
secure it.
Especially where they are now. There was a thought that he wouldn't have to on the PGA when it was in August. But now that the Memorial Tournament's in 2 weeks. It's sandwiched in between. So it goes PGA, 2 weeks later Memorial, 2 weeks later U.S. Open. So he didn't want to give up the Memorial to host a U.S. Open in 2 weeks. And when the PGA was in August, maybe he could have done that. They've had Ryder Cups, President Cups, all that. No majors, though. That's the place. And I think he ought to. I think everybody down there would want that. I think golf fans in Ohio would want it. It's the best course in the state for those type of things. It's built as a stadium course. And maybe as a final feather in his cap, he brings a major back to Ohio. But he would have to give up 1 year of the Memorial, and right now he doesn't want to do it.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I wish that he would. I wish he would
too.
Because I think it would be a win for everybody to do it
I think
once.
we have a great time.
Yeah. but he's unwilling. He just does not want to skip the year on the Memorial.
Is he worried about the Memorial not being able to come back? Like the PGA Tour won't come back?
I think he's no. I don't think it's that. I just think that, I think he views the Memorial like there's certain people in that area who view the Memorial as sacred, like that's his
sacred,
baby.
It's his baby, and he views it in his mind as like it is a major.
In his mind, it's a major. They always, when you're down there covering it, they push that fifth major, and I'm always quick to say, well, you know what? So does the Players is the fifth major.
Yeah.
So, Players does it at Firestone. It felt like a fifth major when they had the World Golf Championship. So there's a lot of them that push that out there. They do a great, wonderful job. I just think in a one-off, it would be a win.
Oh, huge win.
And the only place up here that could probably do it is probably Firestone.
Yeah.
In terms of, because you have to have the parking, and they clearly know how to do that. But they're off the grid, man.
Totally.
They're off the grid. Without the sponsorship, they lost it.
I don't know. I just like you said, there's way too many good golf courses in the state of Ohio for there to be only one PGA Tour stop a year.
Yeah, I think what Jack would love is for like the PGA Championship to be at Scioto or something, but Scioto can't get long enough for these guys.
Right.
They've tried. I mean, it's on a city block. There's nowhere else to stretch it.
It is landlocked.
Completely.
Yep.
And there's no parking down there for it. That's the problem with the courses up here, too. There's no place to put all the people other than Firestone.
No.
Firestone has an ability to do that. They're the only ones, though. But anyway, I'd like to see it done.
I would, too. I think it would be great it's a great golf state, and it would be great to have a tournament of that level of importance, one of the majors.
Just don't do it in May or June where it could rain every day.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. All right, real quickly, a couple of things coming across the wire. Mr. Tom Baum, our good friend Tommy Clayco, said, can we please start calling Gibbe Grandpa Gibbe? Grampy Gibbe. Grampy Gibbe. Yeah, I think we can.
No.
I think it would be even funnier.
Your request has been denied.
You know how kids like
I like Grandpa Gibbe.
You know now how people who are grandparents don't want to be called grandpa and grandma, so they have to have another name for it. I think it would be funnier if we called him, like, what are some of those names that are out there? Like Peepaw.
Look, if it organically happens, then I get it.
Peepaw.
Like, whatever is going to happen is going to happen.
Now we're talking.
Oh, man, look
now
at
we're
this.
Talking.
Now we're about to be cooking with gas.
Right. Perrion Winfrey coming in.
By the way, your hat is spectacular.
Thank you. It's Bootsy's. I stole it from him.
Did
Good
you?
for you.
It's great.
No lies
I talked
here.
him into it. I knew he'd like it.
It's great.
Yeah, he was trying to go for some colorful thing. I'm
No.
like, no, black clover leaf. That's your win. Trust me on that. I'll share some pictures with you.
I think instead of at BGSU Gibbs, he should now be at Peepaw Gibbs.
At Peepaw Gibbe?
At
Peepaw Gibbe. See if that's taken. At Peepaw Gibbe.
I bet it's not.
The next level's next.
No, Perrion Winfrey is
Perrion
next.
Winfrey's next.
Yeah.
We're off and running. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland. Tickets for all Cleveland Browns home games on sale right now. For more information, visit clevelandbrowns.com. And now joined in studio by Perrion Winfrey.
Real quickly, before I jump in here, I know you're going to get rolling here, but
sure, no, it's your show.
Your Twitter handle at @PDon'tPlay. We all know this, right?
Yeah.
Right. Peepaw back here tweets out, quite the treat to kick off a Thursday edition of Browns Daily with @Beau Bishop and @Nathan Zegura. Browns rookie defensive tackle Perrion Winfrey joins us now live in studio. Peepaw doesn't even know about how to use the Twitter.
Oh, Peepaw.
Peepaw. It's okay, Peepaw. We're going to get you up
I
on
know
technology.
How to use it.
Apparently not. @PDon'tPlay. That's all you have to put.
Proof would be in the pudding.
That's right. Peepaw.
Proof would be in the pudding. The
Earlier
Peepaw doesn't know.
Earlier,
by the way, with the pudding, just take your time.
Take your time. That's
take
right.
time.
Gentle. Earlier today, Beau made a joke. I said, Peepaw doesn't respond. So I said, Peepaw, did you hear the joke? Yeah, I was listening. What'd you guys say? Well, if you were listening, you would have heard.
I'm not ready to be a grandpa no time soon.
That's it, man.
Yeah, it's rough. It's quick downhill, apparently.
Really is. Lose it right away.
Right away.
You had, I think, one of the coolest moments in the draft.
There's no doubt.
What I loved about it so much, and I think what so many people around here loved about it so much, is because when we see something like that happen, you think about how you would respond to it. And I think most people would respond the way you did and be as emotional as you were. Did you have any idea that when that emotion came out of you, A, that it was coming, or B, that it would lead to what has happened since?
I didn't think that it would lead to what happened next. Like I haven't even put on the helmet yet for real, and I'm getting spotted in the grocery store, the gas station. Like, it's not one day that has went by where I haven't had at least 5 people ask me for a picture. Like, not one day. It just blows my mind. Like, I just be walking around and random people walk up to me like, yo, there's no way. And I'm like, how do you even know who I am yet? So, yeah.
It's awesome.
All right. This is, number one, that's Cleveland, right? Cleveland and Browns fans are crazy.
Right.
But what you did, as Beau pointed out, you connected with so many people on a raw emotional level. First of all, you're incredibly charismatic, and your delivery is phenomenal. It's captivating, right? You can bring people in through the screen. So I have a buddy, the Kid, who is, some people would say, a sandbagger at golf. Neither here nor there, though, really, for the point of this is he saw your opening press conference and listened to the interview that we did with you on the radio after that, and the Kid was like, get me a Winfrey jersey. That's my guy.
I love it. I love it.
So, like, you immediately became, as you said, and now you're going to get an opportunity to get people even more excited when we get you out there on the field. But I think there is something so relatable about that. And then I think, quite frankly, a lot of people wish that they had the gift of gab that you have, the ability to cut a captivating promo like that. You can put butts in the seats.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy because we were just at Capitol Grill yesterday, and I seen this random guy. He was sitting down. He was like, Perrion. I turned around, and he was right there. I'm like, yeah, how you doing? He was like, I'm a season ticket holder. He was like, I usually don't buy people's jerseys because they be coming in there going, but I swear I'm buying your jersey.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's what he wants.
Yeah.
Get me a Winfrey.
That's a great kid.
That's how he talks.
Yeah, that is how he talks. What I think is really interesting is you played at a Mount Rushmore college football program in Oklahoma where it matters so much to play there. And you are drafted by a place that is very similar. Right. And so you were probably in some way, and I think most people know that around football, that you're going to go play for the Browns. That's a rabid fan base. But this feels like it's even superseded your expectations on that a little bit. Do I have the read on that right?
Definitely. I didn't, obviously, because I wasn't a Cleveland Browns fan growing up because I'm not from Cleveland, so I never knew that it was this crazy. So just to come in and see how intense it is, I can't wait to actually be in the stadium and put on the pads because I just know it's going to be a movie, especially right next to the dog pound. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So you're buddies with Greg.
Right.
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
Did he prepare you for what it was going to be like? Because he experienced it too. Now, coming from Northwestern, very different, but he's been here and he knows, and he's embraced the city. He's at every Cavs game, sitting in the front row, all of those things. Did he tell you it was going to be like this? And even with being told that it still exceed anything that could be told?
He told me he didn't think that when I came here it was going to be how it is. Like, he's shocked himself as how many times I get spotted daily. Like, last night we were at the gas station. I was the only one who got out the car going to get something to drink. And this random guy just pulls up on me. It's like, Perrion. I'm like, I just turn around. Greg hops out the car because he thinks the guy is trying to do some dangerous stuff, and he just wants the picture with me and Greg. So it's just crazy seeing all this happen, for real.
So jump up cautiously, though, people. Give him some space.
Well, you do, and you're a large human. You are a large human being, right?
Cautiously approach.
Cool, man.
Yeah. Chill a little bit. We don't need to be jumping you at the gas station, man.
No, please don't. At your own peril, man.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously. So you went out to the Capitol Grill, Greg's 22nd birthday.
Right.
Good time there?
Great time for sure. We were with some friends, some of a couple of the other guys on the team. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know their names yet.
Okay. You're learning. Listen.
Yeah, I'm learning their names.
That's why the names are on the jersey.
Yeah, I know faces though. But yeah, we had a great time. We had this one appetizer. It was like cheese wrapped with bacon. It was crazy. If y'all go to Capitol Grill, y'all gotta try it.
Sure. What did you end up getting? What was your
I got a filet mignon.
Yeah. Nice.
How do you have your steak cooked?
There's only one answer to this.
For us, anyway. Medium rare.
That's it. That's the only way.
What his name? 42, Curtis something. He got medium rare yesterday. He tried to force me to get it. There was no way.
What do you do?
Hold on. What do you do here?
Medium. I just go medium.
Okay. Listen. Go medium rare.
I used to go well done.
You're working. Okay. I was gonna say that was gonna be the first, the first demerit there. If you came out here with a well done on us. I was like, oh my goodness.
Nathan grew up on a ranch in Montana. They raised cattle,
I did.
He had a dad, and one of the things his dad said was, if you're gonna eat beef, you eat it medium rare. You don't eat it at all.
That's right.
If you're gonna eat a steak.
That's right.
So that's something that I took note of immediately, and I've been doing it ever since. And so that's the way that it's gone. And my father taught me the same thing.
I was gonna say, you come from a long line of Croatian carnivores,
and we crush it.
Demand medium rare or rare.
Rare.
You can even get rare.
You're gonna like rare,
not me,
man.
Not for me. No.
You can do both. You're gonna get there.
I'm gonna try medium rare next time I go out.
Here's
beautiful.
Here's what you do. We'll wade into it.
Right.
Maybe next order go medium. What is it? Medium rare.
Yeah, you say that.
Medium rare. Then you get in between. And then you get to medium rare. Then
you're gonna like it. It's 129 degrees, red,
perfect,
still warm,
right?
All the flavor, just enough for the fat to melt and matriculate into the meat, but you don't lose anything because medium. You start to lose, get a little more of the gray in there. We're talking top to bottom, red, delightful. Forget
a man
it.
of your spirit, I think, demands it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I definitely got to try it next time.
He's come a long way though. He's come from well done.
Yeah.
So we're making progress. We're getting
there.
there. Yeah, we're making progress, which is good.
The cool thing about you is obviously all of the stuff we're talking about, and we're not even talking about how good you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
that's the
all of this
part,
is that's right. Like you're such a great personality. Just immediately, the fan base wraps their arms around you. And I don't know how many people who already love you just love you for the personality and have no idea how great you are.
Right.
And we've seen how great you are.
That's the quarterback from Iowa State. That's what I said.
Didn't go well.
I don't know if he's able to answer. Quite frankly,
that part of it. How excited are you to say, "Wait till you get a load of me"?
Exactly. That's the part I keep telling everybody about. That's what I told the guy at the restaurant about. Like, I'm glad you buying my jersey, but just wait till I put the pads on. You're gonna be trying to buy a couple of jerseys. I'm just excited to be out there with guys like Myles Garrett. Hopefully, Jadeveon Clowney comes back, and I know when I have those guys next to me in the secondary that we have, I feel like I'm virtually unstoppable because there's nothing that I'm worried about. I feel like we have no weaknesses on our defense, whether it's the secondary or the linebackers or the D-line.
There's a lot of talent here.
There's a whole lot of talent on defense. I've never been on a more talented defense like this before in my life.
So here's the thing that I don't know people appreciate, and I don't know if you would agree with this assessment or if you would feel comfortable agreeing with it, but you played a lot of nose in college.
Right.
You're going to be playing a lot of three-tech here. There's a big difference in what you're asked to do at those two positions. One, you're trying to eat space, take on double teams, and allow other people to make plays. As a three technique, they want you penetrating and making plays in the backfield and getting after court, which you're very good at.
Right.
So you could make a case that in college you played a lot of the time out of position, out of necessity because of your size, and that's what you're trying to do in that defense. But you are actually going to be in a system now and in a scheme and in a position that actually suits your skills better.
Exactly.
Do you agree with that?
Definitely agree with that. And I feel like it's just the transition has been smooth so far because a lot of the plays that we're running now were a lot of the plays that we were running at the Senior Bowl. So I feel like the transition has been definitely easier because I just came in really knowing like some of the calls and like some of the names already just because we were at the Senior Bowl. And then it's just exciting to know that the Senior Bowl was just a glimpse of what I could do at 3.
And that's what I say at the Senior Bowl, you did play 3-tech, and you were the MVP. No big deal.
No big deal.
The ball's not going to spike itself.
No, we'll spike it for you.
We'll spike it for you. We're not afraid at all.
Yeah.
The other thing that comes with it is when you think about perfect storms, part of that getting a perfect storm is opportunity. And opportunity in the middle of this defense is here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young guys. There's a lot of room to fight for playing time. When it all settled on draft day and you were able to your point, I mean, not how familiar can you be with every team in the NFL, but when you were able to look at the depth chart and go, okay, there's probably as much opportunity here at defensive tackle as there is anywhere in the league.
Right.
That's right.
See, at first I was obviously, because I felt like I shouldn't have been slipped to the 4th round. I was pissed at first, but then after a while, I was actually happy. I felt like I was blessed to be in the position that I was in, to be able to play around the people that I could be able to play around. I feel like I was like, this was the perfect fit for me. Like, everything about Cleveland just fits my personality, and the dog pound itself, it just matches my identity as a whole. So after a while, I started to fall in love with the fact that I became a Cleveland Brown. From the moment I got drafted, to be honest, realizing that I was going to be a part of something special.
It's awesome.
I'll take you back to the day that you got drafted. We came in here, and it was obviously the Browns had the 3rd pick of the day. And I remember going into the cafe before, and Peepaw was like, "Where are you? The show's starting." And I'm like, "I'm here, Peepaw. Relax. I'm telling you, I got plenty of time here." So I'm down in there. I'm down in there in the cafe, and I ran into a couple people in our front office and a couple of the coaches on D that I know. And a couple, we were just kind of got to talking, and they're like, who do you like here? What do you think we're going to do? I said, Perrion Winfrey, duh. and they all were like, they all gave me the look where it was like, I knew we were picking you.
Right.
It was like, okay, yeah, that's what we're doing. Yes. And and then sure enough, so it happened. So it's sometimes, and the one thing that I think you'll learn and you'll find very quickly, and as soon as you get out there and put the pads on, like where you got drafted matters. Of course it matters on the check, of course. And it matters in the length of the leash that they would give somebody who is not meeting the expectations they had for them. Right. But once you get out there and play, nobody talks about that. It's about who can play.
Real talk.
And I know you're going to be able to play. And I know you're going to work to make sure that you're able to do that. And I think that's what's cool about it. And it gives you a little chip on your shoulder. Not that you needed one. You were born a dog. We know you had no choice.
It definitely was added motivation just seeing my name slip in the draft, and then it just clicked in my head. Like, once the draft is over, we're all rookies. Like 5 stars and 4 stars in college. Like, once you get to college, those stars don't matter. You got to go out there and perform. So I'm just ready to be able to go out there and just show the world what I can do.
I like real talk. That's how he described it. Real talk. Real talk happens on the field.
Yeah.
Did you
That's
ever?
what I say to my son Bootsy.
That's
real
right.
Talk?
Real talk.
The real talk.
Is that a real
truth?
talk or the real truth?
It's the real truth.
Do you Did you in your time at Oklahoma? Were you ever able to drive the Schooner Sooner?
No.
They let you near that thing?
No, I wouldn't have got near it if I could. I'm not gonna lie.
That thing tipped over, man.
Yeah, I know, that was crazy.
Did that tip over when you were there?
No, it was the year before I came.
You're aware of this?
I've seen the footage.
The little chuck wagon comes out.
Yeah.
They got the little horses.
Yeah, like the Oregon Trail.
And then dysentery.
They don't even let it run no more. Like it, like
now they go.
They score like it's like slow. It just like walks around. It goes back in.
Smart man, listen.
Too risky.
Yeah,
too risky.
Can't risk it. You get ever near those horses? How big are those things in real life?
They're actually huge. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I actually know the girl and her mom who own the horses, Boomer and Sooner. So we have been at their farm and rode the horses. So yeah, they're huge.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You love this.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, you love it.
I love a college mascot.
Well, I think
their dedication to that setup has always amazed me, because it's fallen more than once. It's tipped more than once.
I think the only horse in the NFL is in Denver.
Yeah,
if I'm
they
not
run
mistaken.
that white horse. Yeah.
And it's a beaut. It's a beautiful
gorgeous steed. Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Wait, it's like a real
horse.
They have a real horse. They have a lady who rides the horse after they do
Tech.
good stuff.
You know, Texas Tech has got that horse similar to that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We'll get the mile high. M-Rock. Yeah. Oh, M-Rock in the same hoodie as I'm in.
Well, we have Swagger. Have you met Swagger yet?
No, I haven't met Swagger.
Swagger Jr. He's a dog.
Oh, yeah, Junior.
Yeah, we're a junior now. Yeah.
Number 2. The Deuce, as I call him.
Yeah, as it were.
As we
Goose. Thanks, Goose.
Yeah, so where do you see the dog?
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting.
Man,
it is a big dog. It is a big dog.
It's got to be close to the size of a pony.
It's like a bull mastiff or something, right?
Yeah, it's an American Mastiff. Yeah, it's a gorgeous dog.
It's a beaut.
Yeah, you'll like him. I think you'll like him.
So when you were at Oklahoma, one of the biggest Oklahoma fans is Jim Ross, who used to be the announcer for the WWE, now is announcing for AEW Wrestling. Did you guys ever interact?
Oh, we interacted a lot.
I think he probably is. Has he been recruiting you?
A little bit here and there.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that he was recruiting. Are you kidding me? This guy's ready to go out there and cut a promo,
yes.
fill a stadium right now. It's on. It's over. Let's go.
We want a long, fruitful NFL career.
Yes,
right.
and
then if you so choose,
that's right. Yes,
a transition,
long and fruitful. But you're not. So people know how good you are with the microphone in your hand, talking and getting animated.
Right.
But you went karaokeing for Mr. Newsom's birthday.
Most definitely.
What did you select as the song? And in your opinion, did you crush it?
We sung Charlene by Anthony Hamilton, and we absolutely crushed it. Crushed it. I wish I had a video for you guys.
I wish you did too.
There was probably nobody else in that karaoke room that could have did what we did. It was an unbelievable performance.
Nobody else. So was it just like you guys do it and then just a drop and we're out?
Dropped the
That's
mic
it.
and walked
That's it.
Electric Factory.
Legendary.
Will you come back? Come back and join us.
Be a regular.
Definitely. You know I will.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
I will.
By the way,
talking
next
to you.
time try the bone-in ribeye.
Okay.
Bone-in ribeye, medium rare.
Okay.
Medium rare.
Say no
I think
more.
you're going to be happy. I think you'll be happy with
There's
that.
no doubt he's going to be happy. Throw a 24-ounce cowboy ribeye on the bone there, medium rare, the marbling, the flavor, the rib cap.
Yeah.
You got me ready to go back
Just
today.
wait till you
You
wet
run it
your
back.
beak on the rib cap.
Oh, the rib cap alone is worth the price of
So
admission.
soft, even Peepaw can get it
Peepaw
down.
can get through.
Yeah, you
No,
can
it
get-
takes him a
yeah, it
while.
takes
You
a
gonna
while.
make it, Peepaw.
You're going to make it.
Perry, don't follow them down that rabbit
Oh,
hole.
yeah, no.
Don't
This is,
follow them.
The water's
this is where
warm.
you want to be, right in here. Right.
water's warm.
There's a reason he's behind the glass, right?
Perrion
Oh,
Winfrey
man.
in studio. Great pleasure, buddy.
Oh,
Thank you.
what a
Thanks for
treat.
stopping by.
Yes.
Definitely.
Much more to come. You listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. That cause you injury, call the injury lawyers at 1-800-ELK-OHIO for a free case review. Elk & Elk is a proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. It's a mailbag edition of the program. Tweet your questions to Peepaw Gibbe at Browns_Daily. Use the hashtag AskCBD, and we'll get to those at 1:30 for that. How should I set this up with Fisher and Saban? Should I
talk to me
pretend that there is a baseline understanding of what's going on?
No, talk to me like I'm Peepaw.
Well, Gibby has a baseline understanding, I think.
I'm going to ignore him, and I'm just going to keep talking to you, Beau.
Yes, sir.
Because I mean, nothing. Tomorrow's never promised, as we all know.
Was that a threat?
So last night,
name it on my life.
No, I was talking to Beau. Like, I don't know. Maybe I won't see him tomorrow. Nothing's promised. Tomorrow's never promised.
That's true. It's very possible.
I mean,
it's all in play. A lot of people would make.
You won't see me tomorrow.
Obviously, well, if Beau's not here tomorrow, we're in real trouble.
Is there a show?
If I'm not here and you're not here, definitely not.
There's no show.
Name, image, likeness came up in a kind of a town hall forum that Nick Saban was at last night. Obviously,
it wasn't
there was
just
a lot
that.
of boosters. It was in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Man, this is a great understanding he's got.
I knew that Gibby would have a good feel for it. So
it was a 7-minute diatribe I cut down to like 2.5 minutes because
it's stunning.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to this. Name, image, and likeness became a full go about a year ago.
Yep.
College athletes could make money on their name, image, and likeness. The problem was the NCAA was ruled by the Supreme Court to be in violation of antitrust laws, and their laws were ruled by the Supreme Court to be ones that would not hold up. That essentially they were running the game they were running was illegal. So once that happened, the individual states scurried to pass individual state name, image, and likeness laws. Okay? Some are vastly more lenient than others.
Right.
The intent of name, image, and likeness was little Nate goes to campus, all-star quarterback at Arizona, all-American quarterback at Arizona.
Oh,
you can then sell Let's Go Nate Z T-shirts. You can go to the Tucson strip mall and sign some stuff. Enjoy your time. You can endorse Nike or whatever you'd like, and you're on your Instagram or a nice old-fashioned, and maybe an extracurricular activity at that place. Who knows? You can do those things. Not a bourbon though, because there are certain things that they had above that you couldn't do. So that was the intent.
You could imagine,
and you could imagine. Let your imagination run wild. What had happened was these individual states then passed these laws that allowed for organized collectives to directly financially incentivize players to sign with institutions. Some of the states have rules that are far more lax than others. The most lax state in the last recruiting cycle was, to the surprise of no one, the state of Texas.
Yep.
Okay? So the state of Texas ruled that collectives could directly give money, and collectives are basically a group of organized boosters, could directly give money to recruits to entice them to sign at Big State U. In this case, Texas A&M. Other states' rules are more restrictive, where the collectives cannot speak to recruits directly. They cannot speak collectives cannot speak with coaches to get to recruits. They're supposed to be independent.
Who came up with the name collective?
I don't know,
it's
but
so
I like
ridiculous.
It. I love it.
I would rather be a consortium.
That would be better. They're both great.
Love a good consortium.
Consortium would be great.
Yeah.
All right. So fast forward to the recruiting cycle. Texas A&M has the #1 class in the country. Alabama has the #2 class in the country. Alabama's state laws on this are more strict than Texas. I know that may be a surprise, but that's the reality of the situation. Alabama can entice with name, image, and likeness. They cannot directly have their collectives, as of now, pay recruits to come to school. They can in Texas. That is the setup for what you are about to hear. So this is last night in Birmingham at a World Games event, which I don't know what the hell that is all about.
They're the Games of
what
the
it
World.
Is. Games of the World held in Birmingham where Saban's talking. Saban's got a lot off his chest. The one thing I'll say before we play this is, typically when Saban does stuff like this, you ought to pay attention because he's telling you what's happening, and he's saying, if you don't fix it, I will. That's usually what's happening here. And I'll tell you most directly what he's doing when this is over. But here's Nick Saban from last night.
Our job is not to buy you to come to school here. And I don't know how you manage your locker room, and I don't know if this is a sustainable model, because one of you folks are going to give some player that comes to our school a bunch of money to come to our school. And then you're going to come to the game in full strut, thinking, I'm going to tell everybody I got that guy to come to Alabama. And then he's not going to play, and he's going to transfer, and you're going to say, I'm never going to do this again. All right, so I don't know how it works. I don't know how you sustain a model like that. Now, I know that we're going to lose recruits because somebody else is going to be willing to pay them more. But name, image, and likeness is something that's here. And I think the more supporters that we have for the University of Alabama in all sports, that are willing to sponsor players, whatever you want to call it, use them in your business to help your business, that's going to help our programs. The thing that I fear is at some point in time, they're just going to say we're going to have to pay players. If we start paying players, we're going to have to eliminate sports. All right, and this is all bad for college sports. I mean, we probably have, 450 people on scholarship at Alabama, whether they're women's tennis players, women's softball players, golfers, baseball players, non-revenue sports that have for years and years and years been able to create a better life for themselves because they've been able to get scholarships and participate in college athletics. That's what college athletics is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be something where people come and make money. And you make a decision about where you go to school based on how much money you're going to make. You should make a decision based on where you have the best chance to develop as a person, as a student, and as a player, which is what we've always tried to major in. And we're going to continue to do that. And hopefully there's enough people out there that want to do it. But I know the consequence is going to be difficult for the people who are spending tons of money to get players. And you've read about them. You know who they are. I mean, we were second in recruiting last year. A&M was first. A&M bought every player on their team, made a deal for name, image, and likeness. All right, we didn't buy one player. All right, but I don't know if we're going to be able to sustain that in the future because more and more people are doing it.
Here's the deal with this. He's on the right path on a lot of it. What this is a not so veiled. It's a not so veiled threat. I don't even know if it's a threat or an ask or a demand of Alabama. Get your act in gear in the state legislature and make our rules the same as Texas. Yep. And boosters, go get your money loaded up. That's what it is.
It's a plea.
It is a demand because he runs the state. So it's a demand. We got to get this done now because this isn't sustainable. The big problem I have here is him throwing in the non-revenue sports. This is a guy who makes $11.5 million a year.
Yes.
The idea that he's worried about non-revenue sports is laughable, man. Laughable. He ain't. Football should have been privatized a long time ago. So that happened last night. This morning it's going viral. I'm in the middle of doing my other job this morning about 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
And I get a notification, press conference, 10 a.m. Eastern, College Station. Now, for full transparency, I've talked to Jimbo Fisher before, in person several times when he was at Florida State.
Yeah.
He is not the most composed individual anyway. Not the most polished.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But he had a presser today, and it was something else. Here's a portion.
First of all, I'll say it's a shame that we have to do this. It's really despicable. It's despicable that somebody can say things about somebody and an organization. More importantly, 17-year-old kids. You're taking shots at 17-year-old kids and their families. That they broke state laws. That they're all money. We bought every player on this group. We never bought anybody. No rules were broken. Nothing was done wrong. It was all in the way we do things, the ethics in which we do things. And these families, it's despicable that a reputable head coach could come out and say this when he doesn't get his way or things don't go his way. The narcissist in him doesn't allow those things to happen, and it's ridiculous. But when he's not on top, and the parity in college football he's been talking about, go talk to coaches who coach for him. You'll find out all the parity. Go dig into wherever he's been. You can find out anything. And it's a shame that you got to sit here and defend 17-year-old kids and families and Texas A&M because we do things right. We're always going to do things right. But we're always going to be here. We're doing a heck of a job. These coaches have done a great job. Our players have done a great job. The whole organization of recruiting people. It's despicable that we got to sit here at this level of ball and say these things to defend the people of this organization, the kids, 17-year-old kids and their families. It's amazing. Some people think they're God. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out about a guy that a lot of things you don't want to know. We built him up to be the czar of football. Go dig into his past or anybody that's ever coached with him. You can find out anything you want to find out, what he does and how he does it. And it's despicable. It really is. And it's a shame we have to sit up here and have this conversation about things we do. And it's personal to us? Yes, it is. It's personal to A&M. It's personal to our players. It's personal to our coaches and everybody involved. And I know the guy. I know him really well. It's amazing that we're allowed to do those things. It's really despicable. And I hate it. For our players who are coming here, who did things the right way, have done things the right way, and will continue to do things the right way, I apologize to you that people insult you publicly the way they're doing it. And our fans, I apologize to you guys for people saying those things about Texas A&M. But promise you this, there are no violations. There are nothing wrong. It's the second time we've had to do this with grown men who don't get their way and want to pout, throw a fit, and act up. Just go ask all the people who work for him. You'll know exactly what he's about. I always said this. My dad always told me this. When people show you who they are, believe them. He's showing you who he is.
Questions? To the left, Olin.
A couple of things, Jimbo. First of all, have you had any contact with Nick since?
No. Oh, he's called.
You just didn't take the call?
Not going to. We're done.
And
he shows you who he is.
And then I just wanted to.
He's the greatest ever, huh?
And then I just wanted.
You got all the advantages. It's easy.
So, can you imagine like McVay doing that with Belichick?
No.
And Jimbo ain't even McVay, but I mean, can you imagine what it was just levied here?
No, that feels like we're going to the Sportatorium and we're having a brawl this Saturday in a Texas bull rope match.
That's right. Here's the thing that is just.
I think he wants to fight him.
Probably. Here's what's. So he worked for him at LSU.
Yeah, but that was
real
awful.
personal. Real personal.
Dig into his past.
Yeah. And by the way, he hasn't always had all the advantages. Saban was at Michigan State, and he built it at LSU, where they hadn't previously done anything, and they're still reaping the benefits of that through the last 20 years or so. And when he got to Bama, it was a debacle. It was a debacle when he got to Bama. Dave Shula was the coach before him. Here's the thing that I don't understand about this. It's legal to do what Jimbo Fisher did in the state of Texas. So why in the blue hell is he defensive? He ought to have said, yeah, we bought him and we can, because those are the state rules here. That's what he should have done. What is he defending? Why is he so defensive?
Because they're 17-year-old kids, Beau.
Yeah, and they all got paid. And guess what? The next 17-year-old.
He didn't recruit one 18-year-old?
The next 17, 18-year-old kids, they're going to get paid.
I want to see the percentage of these kids that are actually 17 versus 18.
Probably not many.
I'm curious.
From 18 to 21, Texas A&M signed, five-star recruits from 18 to 21 in all those recruiting classes. In 2022, they signed 7.
Big year.
They took full advantage of the rules as they are written in their state.
Yeah, because of the consortiums.
The consortiums run amok.
Amok in Texas. And
those two teams play in Tuscaloosa, I think, October 8th.
October 8th, confirmed. Field Yates tried to move it up to Saturday.
It's funny. That's a funny line, yeah.
I mean, I really feel like that he's called, not answering the call, not talking to him. I don't dig into his past. There's a lot there. So where do you think when do you think Saban will talk again, or does Saban wait?
Saban is scheduled to talk on SiriusXM College today at 4:30.
Okay.
But my hunch is he won't. It's Rick Neuheisel and Sean Farnham. There's no way his first comments are going to be with those two. He'll either have a press conference in Tuscaloosa
today, prior to that he can address. Oh man,
this afternoon.
Sure.
Well, there's supposed to be another presser today too to address this.
For whom?
Deion.
Oh, yeah, Deion Sanders is bad,
Deion is going to host a presser at some point today to address these little comments.
How did Deion get looped in this? Because I saw somebody say that this was a work that was supposed to be helping Deion somehow.
It does help Deion. And by the way, this helped. This all helped. Like, I feel like I feel like everybody Alabama. Covering the sport and the people, not even everybody covering the sport, even worse than that, the people that are in the sport are not aware that this is all now above board.
Yes.
This isn't illegal.
Yes.
Like, what Saban wants he wants guardrails. He wants everybody playing by the same rules. And he wants,
as there should be.
And he wants the state of Alabama to catch up to Texas. If not, those are the two things he wants.
I do think he's right, though, about the sustainability of the model.
It's not.
Because it's not. It's not sustainable.
And the problem is, the most powerful man in the sport is Greg Sankey, who's the Southeastern Conference commissioner. And right now, he is not incentivized to put a rope around this. He's not, because his teams are winning everything, and they're getting all the talent. So he's not incentivized. The reason that they say we need federal intervention is because the only thing that would supersede state law is the federal intervention.
Right.
So that's why they say they need that. And Anthony Gonzalez, the former Buckeye receiver, talked about this when he was in Congress a couple years ago. Like this was a priority for him, was putting some sort of rules and jurisdiction around this.
Because everybody should be playing by the same rules.
Everyone's got to be playing by the same rules. But the only way that you can do that in college football is through collective bargaining and paying the players directly. And the problem with that is players are there for such a short amount of time that they're not interested in worrying about what's going to happen the next 10 years. So you almost need to have a committee of former players that negotiates their chunk of it.
Sure.
And college football needs to separate from the rest of college athletics. It's got to privatize. It's its own thing. And Gene Smith, the athletic director at Ohio State, mentioned this last week, that the college football playoff ought to govern college football.
Wouldn't you say that it is the second biggest sport in this country?
Yeah, and I think that gap is only going to get bigger and bigger.
Between that and number 3.
Yeah.
Which was what, the NBA?
NBA probably. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
No doubt. Do you see how great that is, though, for the drama? You got to think about this.
Of course.
These guys all understand this. The Southeastern Conference, when they sell their television rights, they are selling television shows. And they just built a prime time television show with Bama and Texas A&M.
Yeah. Like that is going to be must see.
By the way, before that is SEC Media Day
in Destin.
And that is always.
That's a circus anyway.
Correct. And now
Kiffin's weighed in on this. Everybody's weighing in on it. Circus. It's gorgeous.
It's great.
It's
doing it the right way. Printing money in the South.
It's so much fun. I wish I'm envious because I wish like Ryan Day would go at Jim Harbaugh like that. I wish they'd go, give me a little of that. That's awesome. The one thing that was kind of broken here, there was always kind of an unwritten rule in the South. You don't tattle on each other. Like you never saw Spurrier go, not often, and he was the most audacious. You rarely saw him go at another SEC coach. You'd go to a program.
Sure.
You'd say you can't spell citrus without UT. Talking about Tennessee always playing in the Citrus Bowl. He'd throw shade at Georgia, but directly he would attack Bowden at Florida State, not a fellow SEC.
Right.
So that's the interesting thing here. This is SEC on SEC crime. It's lovely,
and it's levying claims of impropriety against somebody who's doing something very much within the rules. It's just those rules are set up more beneficially for Texas A&M than Alabama.
Yes, I don't understand why Jimbo is so defensive. Saban didn't take shots at him. He's taking shots at the Alabama law, saying if we don't get it changed, he's putting Texas A&M's is coming out of his mouth. So
yes,
I understand
that's
that.
why.
But the rule that's the problem is the rule in Alabama that makes it more restrictive for collectives, consortiums, to deal with recruits than it is in Texas.
Is it possible that at the next SEC Media Day that Jimbo Fisher walks up on stage, slaps Saban, and says, keep my school's name out of your mouth?
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. It's a mailbag
next
day.
level is next.
Yeah, gosh. No kidding. See you on Monday, kids.
I will see them. You know what I'm doing tomorrow?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
You're out?
Cedar Point.
You're doing Cedar Point tomorrow?
Cedar Point tomorrow. My guy
Wonderful.
Jace, he's a CBD listener. He works at Cedar Point. Jace hooked it up, going with the broski.
Wow.
Yeah. We're
There
going to
you
have a
go.
great time out there. The Monobros.
Good job out of you, Jace.
It's going to be great. Yeah. So thank you very much. Looking
Good
forward to
job.
it. It's going to be fun.
Tweet the questions for us at Browns_Daily. Use the hashtag AskCBD. We'll get as many as we can around 1:30.
You can also use the
today.
hashtag Peepaw on those, and I think that would be
Hashtag
helpful.
Peepaw works as well.
Yep.
Lots of bad advice out there about gambling, from secret methods to picking lottery numbers to betting big when you're on a roll.
He's fuming. Look at him. He's like,
gonna
I'm going
lose
to
you,
kill
buddy.
you.
Get you in trouble. So before you wager, find out what's real and what isn't at keepitfunohio.com. Final hour up next. Cleveland Browns Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.
You're down.
Rumpke Waste Recycling, family-owned and operated. Whether you join them as a customer or as an employee, you'll be part of the family. Visit rumpke.com to learn more. Seeing some images of our offensive players boarding jets headed for the Bahamas. There you go.
Listen, I think that, the only miss on this thing is that we weren't invited along to do Browns Daily from the Bahamas. Let's go international. What do you say? That's what my old college roommate, Al B., who is now the Burger King of Atlanta, has the Grindhouse. Nick
the
Chubb's
Grindhouse, the
favorite burger place.
Yeah. Please tell me he dresses like Bueller when he was the Sausage King of Chicago.
I mean, you could say not as much vest work, but he used to love wearing, he had these corduroys and then he had these shoes that he called comb overs because the front of the shoe looked like kind of the leather combed over the front. And so he loved those, but that was his saying. So if like he wanted to get Chinese food and I wanted to get like a steak or a pizza or whatever, get some tacos.
Maybe not pizza.
Yeah, maybe tacos. Yeah, tacos and Chinese food, for example, would be one example of this. And then he would say, let's go international. What do you say? Meaning, let's have
Is he the
both.
kid's son?
Let's the kid just all impressions end up being the kid because he's just so great.
He is so great.
Oh
boy, that's fun. Where are we at the PGA, Gibby? Do you got a lead on for me on that? What's my leaderboard at the PGA?
Give me a second.
1001.
Wow, rough day today.
Man, listen, Peepaw moves a little slow. You gotta give him a few more. You gotta give him
all right, here we go.
Long runway.
Because I had this at 2:15, not at 2:08.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Reed, man.
Leaderboard update. I like to do it at the top of the hour.
Zalatoris, McIlroy, Hodge, all at 4 under.
Right.
Zalatoris is in for the day.
Okay.
Come on, Roars.
McIlroy just went to 5 under.
Let's go.
He's back to 5 under. Kuchar, 3 under.
Ooh.
Kirk, Pereira, Schauffele, Smith, Answer, Riley, Mueller at -2.
Can I ask a question? Where are we at on John Daly?
Stand by.
I mean, he was at 2 through 12.
I'm nervous. Yeah.
I'm not so sure about that anymore.
Well, clearly he's not at 2 anymore. Can he hang out? Can he be hanging out at 1 under? Can he be hanging out at 1 under?
He's not at 1 under.
It's great that he kicks off the PGA Championship, though.
Daly +2 for the day.
Where's Tiggs? Did you get us that?
No.
Tiger Woods now at +3.
Yeah, I knew. As soon as I saw that 3-wood as a cane, I said, that's tough.
Yeah, because the cane didn't come out till like day 2 at Augusta.
Correct. And as soon as I saw him trying to walk up, there was a hole that he was walking up to get to the green, and I thought that's way hillier than I realized on television.
Jordan Spieth is at +2. Jason Duffner +1. Something to keep your eye on there.
There you go. There you go. Did you see the hole where they hit the drives over the green?
I'm not hard of seeing. Yeah.
That was aggressive.
A lot of trust.
There's no way that would be like how the members play.
None. That means that
Zero chance. People would be murdered.
Yeah, that means that there is a tee that they had to set up.
Miss K. Is Miss K going to Cedar Point with you?
No, she's got a bunch of meetings. So no.
Well,
sad.
Truth is, though, she was iffy on it. I mean, when we went to, she was such a trooper. But like at Disney, they don't have any coasters that are really gonna, get crazy on you. Like she loves the Rock and Roller Coaster, which I think is a pretty good coaster. But when we went to Universal, when she did the Velocicoaster, which is probably the coolest roller coaster I think I've been on, and I'm excited to go to Cedar Point now and compare that, because when last time I was at Seal Point, Seal Vengeance, I loved Maverick. I mean, I love all their coasters.
Yeah, they've got the
but
best
you're always
coasters in the world.
You're always a prisoner of the moment, right? So
Sure.
the last like crazy one you ride, you're like, oh man, that was the craziest.
Which one was this at Disney?
At Universal.
Universal?
The Velocicoaster. It's brand new in the Jurassic Park world. It's nuts.
Their old Jurassic Park thing was like a boat ride that was drop at the end.
They still have that.
Okay,
that
with the
still
big
exists.
drop where you get wet at the end.
Yeah.
And the things would like jump at you.
Yeah, that's still around. This is
Where is it at? Where's the location of it?
right out on the water. And in fact, there's one part where you are going upside down for a good while, straight upside down like this, which I've never done before.
Do
And
they still have the Dueling Dragons one? I wonder if it took that place.
maybe no.
Do they have Hulk still?
Hulk's still there.
Okay,
It's
so
like directly across the water from the
They
Hulk.
took the place of the Dueling Dragons one. There used to be two where you would hang, and they would go in different ways. You'd come at each other and all
Yeah,
of this.
no.
That's gone.
Yeah, and
this is in its place.
This is there. And so it's like a launch, and then you do a bunch of loop-de-loops, and another launch, you do loop-de-loops, you flip completely upside down, and then they have a corkscrew where your head is maybe 2 feet from the water.
Gosh, that's close, man.
It's really close to the water. Maybe it's 5 feet from the water, but it
feels tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're watching it go by. But when we finished that ride, she was very nervous about going on. She goes on. When we finish that ride, I look over, and she is bawling.
No.
Bawling. Hysterical. Like, thought she was going to die. It didn't help that. So you go through the line for, it was maybe a couple hours. You get there, and then when you finally are close, they have this video, and it's all the people from Jurassic Park. Why can't I think of the name? Chris, the main actor from Jurassic Park. Anyway.
Andy from Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. He comes on, and he's like, we haven't tested this thing out. Like, don't do it. It's dangerous. And the whole thing is that you're in this chute, and then the velociraptors break out of the chutes. And so that's why you take off to get away from the velociraptors.
Okay.
That they're, like, chasing you. And he's like, nobody should do this. It isn't safe. And he's like, oh, they're there. They can hear me. Oh, you're going to be fine. Well, we go through this, and she's, even though she realizes this is part of the gimmick, right? Right before we're about to go on, the ride broke down for a second. And so we had to wait like an extra 15 minutes while they tested it with nobody on it.
Oh,
and then,
no. All of this drama.
Yeah, all the drama's building up. She's getting tense. So, but when we finished, she's crying.
Poor
and
Miss Kay.
it was part relief, but part I've never been so scared. So when I said, hey, let's go to Cedar Point, she's like, I'm not so sure I want to go through this roller coaster experience. And this is America's roller coast, after all.
She's like Beamsy. That's how Kingsley is. Kingsley's not.
He's not a coaster man?
I got him on a coaster last year. It's not going to be that bad, I said. I believe it was Magnum.
Ooh.
Magnum's got the
that's a
long
fun
crawl.
ride. Yeah.
It's got that long crawl, though.
And you are.
It's way high.
If you don't
and
like
it takes
heights,
forever. It
forget
takes
it.
forever to get to the first drop.
Yeah,
Yes.
you should
And
have
so
done, you should have
that's
started-
slow build. Well, we rode some of the other stuff,
like
and he
a
was
Gemini.
okay. Yeah, we did some of that
You get a
stuff.
little Steel Vengeance?
No,
No.
he didn't. No.
We're
So
not there yet.
I thought Magnum was the easiest. What I should have done is Maverick, because Maverick is my favorite.
Oh, it's great.
But it's not. You don't see that you're shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
So you don't get that long crawl. What got him was the long crawl.
And what's the other one that Magnum took over for?
Millennium Force.
Oh, so no, Millennium Force is the newer one.
Yes.
Yeah, Magnum. Oh, so
Magnum's over on the other
But
side.
Yeah.
of the
Millennium
water.
Force has like an elevator system. You're not
It goes
like,
faster.
yeah,
Much
Magnum
faster
is
up.
Magnum is a crawl.
And like the Millennium Force has the elevator system that gets you up there in like 8
It
seconds.
gets you up there quicker
Yeah.
than Magnum. So
You
I think
don't
it was the height crawl.
Oh
that got
man,
him.
it's crazy. I'll
Yeah.
never forget. You remember the blackout that happened? Now we're going back now, like in early 2000s, Gibbe?
Yeah, 2002.
No, I was in Florida.
That sounds about right. So it was a blackout that originated actually in Ohio. It wiped out everything, like Manhattan, from here to
Really?
Manhattan. Oh yeah, it was a big deal.
Okay.
I remember I was in Puerto Vallarta at the time, and I remember watching this, and one of the images that has always stuck with me is that when it happened, I want to say either on Magnum, I don't know if Millennium Force was there, but whatever the tall one was, that's when the power went out. And so everybody who was on that train had to get out
2003.
and walk. They had to figure out how to get them to where they could then walk down, which
Nope.
I have no interest in heights. None.
Nope.
Zero.
Nope.
Oh, I've seen it.
I'll see you here tomorrow. I'm not doing that. I'm not paratrooping.
Wouldn't you just sleep there? I would be
I'd
like,
for sure
I'm
sleep
buckled
there.
in and I'm sleeping
I'm going
here.
to stay here.
Yes. If you could somehow like get a drone to drop me a couple
Fine.
of tacos.
Perfect.
Corn tortillas only.
Corn only.
Do you
But
trust
there's-
people who only want tacos and flour tortillas?
Not at all.
Same.
Not at all. In
Total-
fact, I don't even know. I look at them.
It's like, what are you doing?
I feel like, why would you do that? There's a better way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've dropped it.
There's a better way, and you failed.
You blew it, boy.
Yeah.
There's one at Cedar Point the one that's around the front that never seems to be open that I haven't ridden yet. I haven't ridden
Valraven.
that one, and I haven't ridden Steel Vengeance. Those two.
Oh, Steel Vengeance.
Steel Vengeance. The line was too big. The boys were
Steel
wearing
Vengeance
down.
is a real treat.
We had to make a choice, Maverick or that. I felt like Maverick was the most in play for the kids. Had a ball on that. That's probably my favorite one up there. But I look forward to Steel Vengeance. And then the Val Raven one, that thing's never open. It looks dicey, but it's never open.
It looks great.
Probably be a ball.
I hope it's open tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. All right, Jared Durbin at CBSSports.com gave his NFL offensive rankings. We'll tell you where we stand on that list. Coming up next, you'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. The Bath Authority can give you the bathroom of your dreams. Why not transform your current bathroom into a custom bath? My friends, in a day, it'll feel like a spa. Trust me, go check out my friends at the Bath Authority. They make it a reality for you at a fraction of the cost of the competitors. The Bath Authority is Cleveland's premier bath and shower remodeler. They have expert factory-trained installers. They have the largest selection of bath projects. They're all made in the United States. You can change your bathroom from outdated to outstanding. If you need to convert your tub into a shower, they will crush that for you. Superior Products, expert installers. Give them a call now for $500 off your next custom bath or shower remodel. That number is 216-220-8399, or go to thebathauthority.com. If you call them right now, $500 off. Tell them Beau sent you. 216-220-8399 on that. Jared Durbin, CBS Sports, ranking the 2022 NFL offenses. At number one, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At number one on his list of teams. At number two, the Rams. The Chiefs are 3. The Chargers are 4. The Packers are 5 on that list. Bills 6. Bills are too low. Cowboys are 7. Bengals are too low. Bengals are too low too. Bengals are too low, and we're too low at 10. The Philadelphia Eagles have a better offense than we do.
No, they don't.
I don't think that passes the mustard, Jared.
No.
How dare you?
That doesn't cut the mustard. That's for darn sure. Yeah, no, that doesn't make any sense to me in any way. That no, ridiculous. That our quarterback is the same as Jalen Hurts. Come on.
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? That's not correct. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting one of the highest wide receiver tight end grades is odd to me because, yes, they've got Evans. Godwin is coming back off an injury. So, yeah, that's a great duo. Somebody tell me who the number 3 receiver is. And then Gronk is not, as of now, playing in the NFL.
Correct.
We could get more seafood towers than we can eat. Possibly.
I don't see any scenario. Wait a second. I'm just seeing this. So they grade Jalen Hurts as even with Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, that's right.
Jared does?
Here's the other one.
We're even?
Hold on. You want another fun even one? You ready for this?
Yeah.
What team in the NFL do these rankings believe has the same quality running back stable? Oh, I'm sorry. There are actually 3 others that have the same running back stable as we do here with the Cleveland Browns.
I would think Colts maybe.
Colts, Jonathan Taylor, and
Tennessee maybe.
No,
but
Jonathan Taylor and who?
Oh, I don't know.
Is his backup as good as Kareem Hunt?
Oh, no. I was just thinking others who you could try to make an argument that they're in the vicinity, and the only one I could think of that would maybe be is perhaps the Colts. And again, ours is the best.
So Colts gets a 5.
I would say
just
Colts,
like us.
Maybe Vikings with
Dalvin and Alexander Madison, who's a good
pretty
player
good
in his own right. Okay.
Maybe Tennessee.
Nope, 4.5.
And that's it. Am I missing somebody else other than us with a 5?
Well, you are. I find it to be a stunning 5. It's right on the very first page. Apparently, the tandem of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon is the same as Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. And Dearness Johnson.
What are we even doing here, man?
That seems wild to me.
What are you even doing here, Jared?
That seems wild.
Our offensive line isn't a 5 somehow? The Bucs have a 5 offensive line. We don't have a 5 offensive line.
We're a 4.5.
Feels like we'd be a 5 offensive line, right?
Yeah.
We're definitely 5 running backs.
Disrespect for
so
Stefanski
this has
as a play caller. Only a 4. Hurtful.
So it's got a quarterback. It has Jalen Hurts on the same level as Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Kyler Murray. Derek Carr.
I feel like that's pumping him
are
up
all
a little
4s.
Bit. Yeah.
That's a bit surprising to me.
Lamar's a 4.5. Russ is a 4.5. Stafford 4.5, and then Brady, Mahomes, Herbert, Rodgers 5s. Burrow 4.5. Dak Prescott 4.5. Dak Prescott 4.5. Dak.
All right. I mean, what are we supposed to do with Jared? What are we supposed to do with these guys, man?
Listen, again, a top 10 offense is something we would be thrilled to have. We had a top 10 offense last year. We win this division going away. Facts. So I'll take that. And I don't mind continuing to be what I would say is a little bit under the radar this year. And I think a lot of it has to do with the uncertainty, right? And I understand that completely. But I absolutely believe in the talent that is here. I believe in the play caller that is here. And I think that we've got an opportunity to be a team of great consequence. Oh, by the way, you would have loved this.
All right.
And Meet the Rookies, I was talking with Cade York, the kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive kid. Very calm. Just a very calm guy. He said, I asked him about, taking big pressure kicks, and he said, there's a privilege. We call it the privilege of pressure. And I said, oh, it's like the privilege of expectations. Phrase I coined not all that recently.
Those many years ago.
Maybe headed into 2019, I believe it was.
It went swimmingly.
4 Horsemen. I mean, that was yours, which was
all
a great
right there.
Felt
great.
All right there. Felt great at the time. It really felt good.
Felt so good.
I'm not sure anything ever felt better in the moment.
No.
It
was the greatest of all time.
Oh yeah, and the beautiful.
Now it's lost some luster, but in the moment it was as good as it got.
That was like a perfect grape that now, these many years later, is like a raisin that was found under my parents' couch.
Pedro's.
Yeah, Pedro found another raisin.
Another raisin.
Yeah, sad.
Nate.
Dirt.
Bleacher Report.
There's raisins under the couch again.
5 teams that improved their playoff odds the most this season. This is a summary from producer Braden. The Browns and Ravens are notable teams in the AFC North. The Ravens, Lions, and Giants are included in the list for their talented draft classes. The Browns and Broncos made major quarterback moves this offseason and have seriously increased their playoff chances as well.
Do you think?
Summary.
Great summary. Do you think that it's a coincidence that on the day that he became a peepaw, that Gibbe brought in some young blood to help him out?
It's the tiny print. It hurts the small print starting to get to him a little bit. I can't read this, Braden. Will you read this for
He's
me?
going to be great in the Ben Franklins.
Is 2020. I don't need cheaters.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Right. No. He's going to be like this. He's like you got to hold it. You got to hold
it back.
Yeah.
Wait.
Ooh, okay.
It's a tight read.
See that? It's a tight read.
Tight read.
Take it easy on Peepaw, okay?
Take it easy, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a lot more responsibilities now that he's a Peepaw. We hit the mailbag coming up next. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily on 850 ESPN Cleveland. You are up. Your business is shopping for an enterprise operating systems partner, but you don't know where to begin. Beau here for my friends at EOX Vantage. They're data scientists who are also business operations experts. Your EOX Vantage team not only builds and installs your system, they act as your ongoing tech support. So you're hiring a continuous improvement and support system. EOX Vantage is not tied to any single brand of hardware or software, so you're getting a truly customized, purpose-built solution along with a partner that answers only to you. And EOX Vantage does not outsource. All the operational expertise, proprietary solutions, and tech support came from one unified partner. See how companies have profited from hiring one fully objective operating systems partner at EOXVantage.com. All right, Peepaw. We got a little mailbag?
Yep.
Can I kick off the mailbag?
Nope.
I like what's funny about that is you don't ask permission for anything, but then you ask permission for this, and then on this one issue, you're going to listen. Yeah. You'll listen. On this one issue, I'll listen.
Maybe.
Rob Foster tweets at the show, the way you guys torture Gibby with such grace and ease is priceless. Great radio.
You're welcome. It's all in love.
It is all in love.
Bud Lighter Man.
I love this guy.
That was great. Take on steak was spot on.
Yeah, no doubt. Medium rare.
Yeah, I had a situation last weekend when I did some steaks for my dad and uncle Friday or Saturday, and I let the grill.
Is he still in town, by the way?
No, they took off yesterday.
Oh.
He didn't even come visit. I'm so sad.
They got a new car?
They got to Sioux Falls. They did get a new car. That was fun. So I let the grill get a little too hot. Like I forgot when I started it. And it was 800 degrees.
Fine.
And no, but I mean, it went char pretty quick. And normally I like it at 500, sear, 2.5 minutes each side. Perfect. We're good to go. Away we go. And as soon as I put him down, I heard him sizzle, and I went, "Oh, we got too aggressive here." So don't worry. You're looking in great concern. These are ribeyes. They're delicious ribeyes. Completely salvaged. They were just actually what I think can be described as a Pittsburgh cooking style, which is to a very charred dark edge, not black, but a dark crispy edge, and then a warm center.
Yeah.
So where I usually like a medium rare all the way through,
sure,
this was a different experience, but still very, very good, and would still qualify probably closer to medium rare than medium rare.
Well, that's the hard part at that kind of
That's
attempt
the temperature.
to get it
but
right.
I was panicked, and my feeling was I would rather pull them out then than go too much, because then it's done. I'm not doing that. Mr. Zegura.
So what I would recommend in that scenario, because I like to get mine that hot.
You go 800?
Yeah, for the initial sear, but you can't do more than a minute on each side.
Yeah.
At that point. But what I do then is I have 6 burners.
Yep.
So I do the 2 on the right full, the 2 in the middle full with the sear station in the middle full, and then I do the 2 on the left off.
Oh, I like that.
So I will sear, and then I move it to the off side, and then I can indirect it, and then I do kind of a managing of up and down.
I like it.
Until you get it there, and then that's how you can. It's the best way to do it without a sous vide to still get the full-on goodness.
Yeah. I got to get
back. It takes
back
more
into
time,
though.
though.
It does. I got to get back into the sous vide. It was something that was such a part of my life.
Oh, it's so easy. It's a huge
it's
part.
The best.
It's my great.
But
friend.
I have found that as I'm running around, sometimes I forget because you have to have the hour built in.
Sure.
On the sous vide, and sometimes I forget.
It's worth it though.
For sure.
Right. If you
it's
can get,
way,
yeah, no doubt.
We're taking your questions for the next.
I have one.
10 or 12 minutes or so.
I've
at
got
Browns_daily. Tweet them to us.
I've
Use
got
hashtag AskCBD.
All right, this one comes to us from our good friend Tommy Clayco at Mr. Tombomb. What grandfatherly activities do you think Peepaw Gibbe will excel at now that he is in fact a Peepaw? Hashtag AskCBD. Hashtag AskPeepaw.
Here's what my hunch is.
5 wood to Zegura's knee.
That doesn't feel very.
Here's what my guess is. I have a feeling, and there's a lot of similarities between the grandfather activities and bar games.
Yep.
And I'm guessing he's great at all bar games. So I would believe that when I think of
the contender in beer pong,
I think of bocce. I feel you'd be great at bocce.
I can outdrink you till the sun comes up.
You said it, brother. I think he would be great at any sort of shuffleboard.
Yes.
He would be great at shuffleboard.
Sure.
I bet he's great at bocce.
Are you a great
I could
dart
see him
player,
being great
Gibby?
at croquet. Yes. I bet he's great at darts. I bet he's already set up for this. He's been practicing this his whole life.
He's been, and listen, the other thing is, I think he's great at probably sitting in his chair.
Yes.
With a cold beer in his hand. I think he's great at that.
For sure.
I think he's going to be great with numerous get-off-my-lawn type situations. Coach Tarp, what a zest for life he has. He really is. He loves ball. Loves it.
I want a hoodie out of his room.
Oh, that'd be a great one. Yeah, that'd be a good one. It would be like there'd probably be some like blood, sweat, and tears in that hoodie. I think you're a great get-off-my-lawn guy already. You're also a very peepaw thing to say would be, I've already had a great run. It's been a great run. Like, I'm not worried about tomorrow. Regret. No regret. And he's already saying that.
Already been saying that.
Yeah.
You've been saying that for a decade. You've been in many ways.
A spectacular run.
In many ways, you've been a peepaw before you were a peepaw. So I really think
he's been preparing for this his whole life.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's been living as though he were a peepaw this entire time.
You're an old soul, Gibby.
That's right.
Sure. My friends are having quite a bit of fun with this.
I bet they are.
Why wouldn't they be? We're
my
having
one
a great
buddy
time.
already sent me a giant 4-pound bag of the mini pacifier hard candies.
That's nice.
From my godson that said, "Happy birthday, Grandpa Gibby."
I bet you're going to become a big Werther's Original guy.
Werther's Original.
This comes next from
little
my buddy
jars
Janko.
with candies. I love it.
Yeah.
What a drop out of
Hey,
you.
Gibby,
That's
do you now have a
callback.
pocket full of Werther's
Old
Originals?
callbacks.
He got a text about Werther's Originals.
Did you really?
Yeah. Do you now have a pocket full of Werther's Originals? Follow up. Do you now smell like Vicks Vapo Rub?
Yes.
Hashtag
probably.
AskCBD.
I bet he's going to start putting mothballs
Janko,
in
I
his
can't
closet.
wait to cup check you next week.
Are you going to put
when I see you.
mothballs in your closet? To
Werther's
make sure that
Original is a delicious flavor.
it's a
Horrible.
Wonderful.
Horrible.
flavor.
Wonderful.
I hate them.
What?
What?
I hate Werther's Originals. I think they're disgusting.
Isn't it just butterscotch?
I
You
hate
don't like
Yes,
butterscotch?
it's delicious.
It's delicious.
I think Gibby now for
There's
the
a great
Christmas
butterscotch
season.
line from a movie, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
No, we're
today.
not. Gibby's going to be giving out fruit. What is this? Fruit breads, like fruit loaves. He's going to give those out along with a box of C's candy. That's what you're going to get. Box of C's candy for
Horrible
for
things
Christmas.
on every front.
What are those things
Awesome.
called? You know what I'm talking about? Like Christmas, people give it. It's like, is it a fruit loaf?
It's a fruitcake.
Fruitcake.
Fruitcake, yeah.
Fruitcake, yeah.
Fruitcake, Gibby.
Fruit loaf.
Fruitcake.
I
Well, it's
don't
more like a
where-
bread. It
It
looks
is
kind of
like
like
a
a
bread.
bread.
It's a fruitcake.
Just
It's
for
not a
that,
loaf.
that is, I'm going to send it to your house.
It's not a panettone. You know what I mean? Which is a fine bread with fruit. in it.
Bobby Meshling, what are your shirt sizes?
Bobby
Hashtag
Meshling.
AskCBD.
L.
Large.
Really large, 3XL.
Meckling. What's he up to?
I
That
don't know.
guy.
Do
He's
you
got
think you're
things.
going to start smoking like a pipe at the end of the day? Don't you think you could see?
No.
Didn't I
Peepaw?
tell you guys, like in the pandemic, I looked into that?
Yeah.
I really like the idea of it.
I like the idea of it too.
I love the idea of it. And the pushback I got is go buy a pipe a pipe smelling candle, because you're really not going to like
How you smell.
how it's going to taste, how it's going to smell.
Nah.
But the smoke coming out of it, that warm, sweet smoke that comes out of a pipe, and I like the idea of it.
The
I think just
holding
the
of it.
holding of the
Yes.
pipe is an awesome spot.
Yeah.
I love the idea of having a smoking jacket, a room the kids can't come into without asking permission. All of those things I'm for. But I'm told it's not great.
Meckling is firing off questions since
Meckling's
he's been
a legend.
absentee
Good.
for like 3 weeks. Thanks for listening to the show, Bobby.
He was so
Appreciate it.
how dare you take shots at Robert?
Don't you dare. Yes.
What's
Roberto.
amazing?
Well,
so
hey,
amazing
like,
that he's.
You know
he's-
what day we do this. It's not a secret.
Some people have to work, people. Some say, get off my lawn. By the way, Brown's Therapy has you running me over with the golf cart, which feels kind of like
Totally in play.
attempted assault.
That's totally
all in play.
Uh,
Golf outings
from
coming
Meckling,
soon.
what is one show that annoys you that your kids watch?
Dude, perfect.
For a while, for my kid, it was a YouTube show. It was the Dobre brothers. They loved those guys, and I was
God,
like,
my kids had a couple of them that were just
I would call them the
awful.
Dopey brothers, and they'd get so mad at me.
So mad.
Don't
And
say
the
that,
funny thing
Dad.
is like I
Yes.
should like Dude Perfect because
Dude Perfect's great.
they're always in a great mood.
Nice guys.
They're doing sports. They
Yep.
feel like they're having the best time.
Yep.
But the one guy yells all the time. Everything he does is a yell.
It is. That's true.
And one time I broke kind of broke it to the kids, and I said, "You do realize like they're not getting all this on the first shot.
Right.
They're probably here for a week.
But they're getting it.
They're getting it, but it's probably a week worth. And then it always bugs me they make like $30 million a year.
Yeah. But they seem like nice guys.
They seem like they're good dudes.
Yeah.
Like I could not believe Augusta let them on there.
No, that is
That
crazy.
was stunning that they let Augusta said, "Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
shoot a Nerf football at 13."
Yeah. By the way, that impression I did of my kids was a Bootsy. That was maybe
That was the Bootsy line, yeah.
Come on, Dad.
Why do you even joke about that, Dad?
Don't call him the dopies.
What's your favorite color to wear from Bobby Meckling?
I think black.
Sounds like a question the cousin of Mo Pedman might ask.
I think black.
I like a navy blue.
And an up blue. I like a good up blue, like Kingsley.
Yeah, that's you. Look, that was inspired by you. I like a navy blue. I like a gray. I'm not a big black shoes guy.
No.
So that's always with the black. I don't know I don't know where to go on the footwear.
You can just throw a gray down there. You could throw a light. Sometimes I would throw a white down.
I like the contrast of that as well.
Yeah.
That is you got a little Gary Player in you.
Oh yeah, sure.
Little John Cash.
Sure, John. Oh yeah, not afraid of John.
It's no wonder your affinity for this hat.
That's a great hat.
At
I'm really enjoying
Browns_daily using the hashtag AskCBD. The hat is spectacular. Legos or Lincoln Logs?
I was a Lincoln Logs guy.
Same.
Growing up
As
in
a
the
kid,
Old West,
yeah,
Lincoln
same.
Logs, yeah.
Same.
Legos to me, what are you going to do with it? Like, once you build it, you can't play with it. It breaks.
Yeah. My buddy Beatbox.
Right? I mean, you're laughing because it's true.
Yeah.
Like, we got the kids when they were little. We'd get them all these, Star Wars or whatever, Legos. And then they build the plane. Well, what do they want to do? They want to play with it. Well, you can't.
Yeah.
As soon as you take it in the air, break.
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
My buddy Beatbox, his son, Lego J, as we call him, big Lego guy, and he builds like the Star Wars ones, like serious stuff.
But he can't play with it. Like,
No,
you just
not
set him
after.
on a thing
Yeah.
and look at him, I
That's right.
guess. I guess that's
You
the
put the
idea.
Lego on a pedestal.
Kip Rosen. Bo, thanks to your dad and uncle for dropping off that Browns hoodie for me in Sioux Falls from Brad Mellon. Don't tell Zegura.
Oh, no problem,
What?
Kip. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. They spent the night there last night at Kip's house.
Boy.
Yep. They were in Sioux
Good to be
Falls last
king.
night.
Howard Snyder tweets at the show, Big Z, what's your favorite Asian food group and favorite dish?
Oh, boy.
Good grief. What
That's
an
like-
incredible.
I mean,
That's like asking me to
Who's
choose
your
between
favorite,
my children.
favorite child? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very difficult. I really think if I had to eliminate one if I could only have one, I think it'd have to be Thai food and a nice pad ki mao, which is kind of the spicy drunken noodle. That's just really for me. I love sushi, though.
I was just going to say, I don't know how. I've seen you consume sushi,
Oh, yeah, love sushi.
and your sushi ordering prowess is the stuff of legend.
Restaurants would be sad if I gave up sushi. Turns out it's a lot more expensive than pad ki mao.
Yeah, but yes. I'm not sure I've had that noodle.
Oh, man, it's great.
I don't think I've had great Thai here.
Go to Peppermint right there on Lander Circle. Peppermint Thai is great. Get the crazy noodles, but then ask them to use the pad siu noodles, and that makes it a true pad ki mao. Go for a 3-star spicy. Don't be afraid. Their scale actually goes to 10 stars, but they only publicly talk about 3.
I don't need to get
I've
that.
tried
You
the
know
10.
I don't like that. You know
I
where
tried
am
the
on
10.
that.
Electric.
Yeah.
It'll
I'm
set
gonna-
your hair on fire.
I'm going to turn the tables. What questions do you got for Braden here? He's our high school shadow from Kenston.
What's it like
Yeah.
being in the presence of a grandpa,
Yeah.
other than your own?
Well, sitting next to him, I can say that he definitely likes the new nickname. I think you should keep it going.
Yeah, Peepaw. Yeah.
This is what I would just
Guy's
say,
great.
Braden. Tread
Guy's great.
lightly.
Yeah, it's great.
Because while Z and I do not, we have a little, we're talent. We have a little bit of leeway
We have a
here.
runway here.
He is in control of your future.
That is a good point.
Well,
He
he's
is in
wearing,
control of your future.
He's wearing orange camo, an orange camo Browns polo. So maybe Gibby can't see him. He is
Orange
Peepaw.
camo,
He's got
yeah.
camo.
Where
and
do you
he's
get an
hiding.
orange camo?
I don't know, but I kind of like it.
That's gorgeous.
I'd wear that for
I've
sure.
had it for a while. I golf, and I have a bunch of Browns polo shirts. So I
What? Tell us
just
about
wear
your
them.
game.
I would say I'm a below average, about a 90.
A 90.
right around
Okay.
there, golfer.
You could take Peepaw.
Probably could, but then I'd start feeding him beers. He'd be dead.
Peepaw, I'm pretty
Kenston Bombers,
Yep.
great school colors, right? Little
Yep.
baby blue and
Yeah.
navy.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great color scheme.
Yeah, it
personally.
is.
And how old are you?
I'm 18.
Yeah, Peepaw's trying to throw beers down an 18-year-old's gullet right now. Peepaw, there are laws. This is a
We
society.
live in a society, Peepaw.
I believe this week I've proven there is no such thing.
He's gonna be the cool Peepaw too. Come on over to Peepaw's. Oh, look at this. Look what's out here.
There's certain. I don't know about that.
I cannot wait for the Gibby lessons to be imparted on young Finn.
Oh my God, it's gonna be
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Finn Gibbe.
Amazing set of lessons.
FG. Are you gonna like Are you gonna start walking around with like a cane too? I feel like Peepaw with a cane walking around would be really great.
I am a perfectly healthy individual.
Yeah, but it's
My
not.
choice.
It's
in
a fashion
food
cane.
Might not be great.
It's
I
a
would love
fashion
you.
cane.
I would also love you in like a newsboy hat.
Or like a Tom Landry now that he's a Peepaw.
Oh, a Landry.
Like a Landry.
Like a fedora?
Yeah,
Fedora?
wouldn't he look great in a Landry?
Fedora.
He'd be amazing.
I hate
Rocking
you
chair.
In a rocking chair.
Every
hate
lunch
you
is
both.
soup.
Every story starts back
Hey,
in
man,
my day.
I will say this.
Like back in my
My
day.
father-in-law has been on like a soup kick.
Sure.
He does soup for lunch. He does some eggs that I make him for breakfast.
Yeah.
Dude's down 75 pounds.
Of course. Soup's delicious.
And then he has 3 buckets of beer at Fat Little Buddies, and he's like, "Who said you can't have beer and lose weight?
It's all a balance.
I've got it figured out."
Peepaw.
Peepaw Gibbe.
Peepaw Gibbe.
It's so great. I wonder if that's a. Let me see.
I think Peepaw Gibbe. You know those skits that they would do in Jack Beep. Can you say that? Can you say that word? You know the franchise, the movie franchise.
Let's stay
The
away.
Johnny
Let's
Knox-
avoid it. Let's avoid it.
The Johnny Knoxville
Oh my
movie
God.
franchise. When he would dress up as like the grandpa, that Peepaw Gibbe is that guy.
You can say that. Absolutely,
Yeah.
you can. By the way.
At Peepaw Gibbe. All right, go for it. At Peepaw Gibbe. Not taken.
Not taken. Available. Come on, dude.
At Peepaw Gibbe.
At Peepaw Gibbe. Come on. And have like the picture be a nice picture of you holding Finn. Just like
If you're
this.
signing up for that account right now, Bishop, we're gonna have words.
I'd like to see.
It's there.
Like,
It's available.
In one hand he's got Finn, in the other hand he's got like a beer and a Werther's original. I feel like that'd be the greatest Peepaw.
Here's an Ask CBD from Lance. Where's yesterday's pod? Can't find it anywhere. Why are we having so much trouble with the finding of the pods?
Yeah.
Oh, because I wasn't around to post it yesterday.
Peepaw. Don't you have backup?
Not on that, I don't.
So if Peepaw's out, there's no pod. You can always
pod.
get it at YouTube, right? Was it on YouTube at least?
Yeah.
So when I said earlier in this week,
It'll
that
be
if,
up
if
here by
when
the
I'm
end of
not
the
here,
day.
is there even a show? Truly, if Gibby's not here, if you don't see it live, there ain't a show.
You can still get it on YouTube, even
Yeah,
without
YouTube,
Gibbe.
and you'll get the
Always.
podcast later today along with a new
Always.
BPA out.
You see that? He was holding our show for BPA.
There
One
you go.
less BPA.
Isaiah Thomas sits down with Nathan Zegura on the BPA.
Of course he does.
Dialing right back up. Right back up. Including I had a great conversation with him, and I won't spoil the entire thing, but one thing that jumped out to me is I was asking him, I said, we're talking about Perrion. They played together obviously at Oklahoma. And he was talking about, I don't know what's louder, you pressing the button or the sneeze.
The button is loud.
To be honest.
You
Yeah.
missed
I'm
that
not sure
yesterday,
about
Gibby.
that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. And he was saying that Perrion, as we know, a loud guy. We're already fast friends. Sometimes on the line, he'd be like, "I'm going B gap, cover me." But he would say it so loud that the offensive line would hear. And I'd be like, "Dude, they can hear you." Like, which I thought was great.
That's great.
That made me chuckle.
That makes me chuckle.
Yeah.
So does this. So much more to come. Cleveland Browns Daily, 8:50 ESPN
People.
Cleveland. got to call in tomorrow from Cedar Point from some coaster.
I'll try. I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear from you at some coaster about where you're at.
But I won't be wearing is what Ethan Adams believes Gibbe needs to wear on the golf course now for Peepaw. He said compression socks with shorts are mandatory on the golf course now, Peepaw.
My
Gibbe.
golf game's just fine, thank you.
And how about our boy Bobby Meckling? Today was the first time my wife has heard and asked CBD. You called me a legend. She rolled her eyes. # stay humble. Not all heroes wear capes, Bobby.
They don't all, Bob. Keep up the good work, buddy.
Bobby!
Bobby! Bobby! Good job out of you, Braden, as well.
Braden, great job.
Next level is next. Cleveland Runs Daily, 850 ESPN Cleveland.